So, Foodtopia is the brand new Prime Video show that came out around a week ago. This is a sequel follow-up to the original Sausage Party film, which came out in 2016. Back in this show is Seth Rogen as Frank. Rogen, also his partner, Evan Goldberg, still create the show and are writers on the show. Also back from the original film is Kristen Wiig as Brenda, Edward Norton as Sammy the Bagel, and Michael Cera as Barry. And in this show, following the events of Sausage Party, food is now the most dominant species in the world, and they're trying to figure out how to live as a society instead of just being stuck in grocery stores. But when they do that, they start acting like humans, taking things for granted. There's poor foods, there's rich foods, there's politicians that are trying to run this Foodtopia, and it brings up all of this drama. Also in the show is Sam Richardson as the villain, Julius the Orange, who's trying to take control of the Foodtopia. Also, there's Will Forte as Jack, the one human character in the show, who for some reason Frank and Brenda seem to like instead of the other foods who just do not like humans. As I said, the show is 8 episodes long. They range from 22 minutes to 28 minutes. Welcome back to a brand new review here on Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dinnenberg. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and ring that bell for notifications. I talk all things movies, TV shows, box office. I do out-of-theater reactions, and I do franchise ranking videos. So please subscribe, ring the bell if you're new to the channel. Comment down below. First of all, did you watch Sausage Party Foodtopia? If you haven't, tell me, did you even know this show came out a week ago? Do you like the original Sausage Party, or are you just not a fan of Seth Rogen either behind or in front of the camera? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love to have fun discussion with you guys. Also, please like the video. The thumbs up button, that's how you support this channel. So coming in, I have always really enjoyed Seth Rogen. Has been a creator and actor that I've always enjoyed. I watch most of his stuff, and I've always enjoyed Seth Rogen, his humor, his sense of humor with him and Evan Goldberg, writing a lot of the movies and shows. And that includes the original Sausage Party, which I really enjoyed. Saw it in theaters, really liked it, have rewatched it 2 or 3 times since. Really enjoyed Sausage Party as a movie that you just don't see get made anymore. Risky animated movies. You see it now more on streaming, where you can make risky animated stuff or TV shows, but not like movies released in theaters. So it made sense they would make a spinoff or a sequel, and that's what this is. This is a direct follow-up to the original film, with some of the original cast coming back. So let's get my thoughts on Sausage Party Foodtopia. And what I'm going to say is, this is, again, humor is very subjective. And what I'm going to say is, if you do not like Sausage Party or that first movie, I don't think Sausage Party Foodtopia is going to win people back onto the train of this now franchise. But for someone like me who did enjoy Sausage Party, I did have a good time watching Foodtopia. This is not a great show. I don't think the show is as fresh or as funny as the movie was, but I like these characters. I like being back in the world, and I just had it. I did enjoy myself. This is a very, for me, senseless entertainment. It's 22 to 28 minutes. It's not a big commitment. I went through it in a couple days very quickly, and I enjoyed myself. I was never bored with what was going on. I enjoy myself. The MVP of the first movie for me was Barry, who's played by, once again, Michael Cera. And he was my favorite part of the movie, and he's by far and away my favorite part of the show, because Barry's arc in the movie version of Sausage Party was, he was you can see he's not a full-sized hot dog, and he got made fun of by other hot dogs for that, but then he kind of became a hero for all the foods. But once all the humans are gone, it's kind of like, what do you do now? What is his purpose? And he's still hilarious. I enjoy Michael Cera a lot, love his humor and his delivery, and he continues to bring that as Barry. I do want to say also, I do think it's a good idea to watch. If you have not seen the movie Sausage Party, you probably should see that if you're going to watch it, because this is a direct follow-up to the movie. Michael Cera is really good. I always love Frank and Brenda. That's Rogen and Wiig's character. Edward Norton is having tons of fun once again as Sammy the Bagel, as he is reeling from the loss of Lavash, the tortilla in the previous movie. He does more of like a stand-up gig. There wasn't too much for him in this season than there was in the movie, but still, I like to see that character. A lot. There were a lot of bits. There were a lot of instances in the show, just like the movie, that my eyes couldn't believe what I was watching. Especially there is a big pivotal moment for Frank, let's just say, in the 6th episode. And it was something that I was not expecting. This show, again, is very edgy. It pushes it all the way. Obviously, there is a lot of sexual things going on. There's cursing a lot. It's that risque, as they say. But there is a scene with Frank and the human character of Jack, and I could not believe what I was watching. But it sets up more drama for down the line. But still, I just simply enjoyed myself. This is not great television. This is fun, turn your brain off TV, and this is a sense of humor that I enjoy. I know it's not for everyone. But for me, Seth Rogen's sense of humor is kind of mine at points, and I like this type of stuff. And you don't really see this much in TV or in theaters. From an actual issue of the show, my biggest problem is with Julius the Orange, who's voiced by Sam Richardson. Love Sam Richardson, nothing to do with the voice. But Julius was just not an interesting character. Other than he wants to be wealthy, there's kind of just nothing going for that character. He's not really in the show that much. And then towards the last 4 episodes, he's like put into the forefront. And I just think if he is gonna be like the big bad, there maybe should have been put more attention to his character in like the first half of the season than putting him way in the forefront in the back half. I think they should have been more consistent with how they used that character throughout the show, but overall, he just wasn't an interesting addition. Other than that, really, the new additions to the show, I think there should have been a little bit more intriguing new characters into the show. Because other than these big 4, I just didn't find myself caring about any of the new characters that they added into the show. That includes the human Jack. Yes, there's some foods that have funny bits, but there's no like actual characters outside of the 4 of them, the human character and Julius. And I just wish there were more interesting new characters. They did lose a lot of the original cast. And I do think if they were to do that, add in some new characters with more interesting subplots than just bits. They kind of feel like bits than more characters themselves. And again, not all the humor lands, not all the subplots land, but this is not the show I'm going to talk about that much. Sausage Party Foodtopia, for me, I had a very solid time watching this show. This is not great TV. It's a turn off your brain type of watch. I'll probably forget about a lot of the plot lines in a couple of months, but overall, I enjoyed Sausage Party Foodtopia. So I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. I'm going to go 65%, the very low bottom of a 3.5 out of 5. So what are your thoughts on Sausage Party Foodtopia? Let me know in the comment section down below. More videos coming out soon.